Well, hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and we are live again. This time to a very embarrassing moment that we found yet again. We found Meghan lying again, and confirmation of this. This is we are getting used to this feeling, like this meme I shared on my Twitter account a few minutes ago, when a nutmeg is caught lying again. Yeah, this has tiny animation. This is how we feel with the squatties. They don't learn their lesson. It's over and over again that we try to tell them. It's not like this. I'm trying to loop here. Can I loop this? I don't know. Yes, we have baddies from Brooklyn, Texas, Japan, Boston, UK, Wales, New York, Ireland, London, Oregon, Texas, Scotland. This is great. All the body language buddies and the royal rogues too. I'm still messing up. I'm still on my holidays, messing up with both my channels, doing this and trying to do this as nice as I can. Just playing with this and getting along. The short videos might come soon again, but right now, since I'm away from home, away from my main studio, I'm gonna be still making these lives and this maybe the shorter videos that I've been sharing with you. But yes, we have this. When nutmeg is caught lying again, me and the squatties, and thanks to you. It was like, this is breaking. It was like 10 minutes ago, I began trending on Twitter, USA. How great is that? That is amazing. I was like stunned. Trending on Twitter, the body language guy. Thanks for all your support and thank you. And I'm going to tell you why am I trending, and it has to do with Spotify. Because Spotify podcast was asking who you think that deserves a podcast, and well, many of my body language buddies that I'm going to mention tonight just began replying to Spotify podcast saying that they want a podcast from the body language guy, and I will react upon this and I will create my own podcast. I don't know how am I going to do that. And most probably it will be an adaptation of my videos, my current videos at first. But I will be doing my best to bring you entertainment, education, and of course the up-to-date what's going on with the royals, and also the general state of the world that is going bananas lately. For any of you that have missed my merch, before we begin, and the link in the description of this video, if you go to the link in the description of this video, you can buy my shirts of Let's Get Down to It that are available again. For just 1 week, you can get your Let's Get Down to It merch. And it's not only shirts, we got hoodies too, we got stickers, we got mugs, and you can grab them with the link in the description. They were closed up till now, and right at this moment you have them available at my shop, my merch shop. Just get that right now because they will be available only just for 1 week. With the link in the description. So we're ready to start, and you might remember, let's get down to it. You might remember that we have this interview by The Cut that many people have inserted an N around that. I'm not going to put it in here. My channel is still classy. I want to keep it like that. But many people have, changed the name of the magazine. But, that's about Meghan trying to, borrow some clout from Diana's 25 years of passing. A tragedy that Meghan is trying to, write upon it, and you can see that the similarities with that famous picture of Diana with that turtleneck, black turtleneck, it cannot be unseen. For a woman who claims to fight labels, Harry's wife keeps cosplaying Diana ad nauseam. That's what we have. And from that article, that's what I wanted to mention. Meghan's bombshell interview in The Cut suggested, for those of you that are not aware of this, that she had been told by a South African at the Lion King's London premiere that a huge fanfare in the country had greeted her wedding to Harry. The article described a cast member at the Leicester Square red carpet event telling her, "I just need you to know, when you married into the family, we rejoiced in the streets the same we did when Mandela was freed from prison." Yeah, nonsense. This was baffling. It's something that I took a shot at this and said, I'll take things that never happened for $200 a la Jeopardy. That's my take. That was my take until we got confirmation that this never happened. Thanks to the Daily Mail, you know that the Daily Mail has, that sometimes they hit the nail on the head, sometimes they miss a bit, but most of the time we can, rely on this kind of anecdotes. Mystery over Meghan Markle's Nelson Mandela claims as actor who says he's the only South African in Lion King live action film insists he's never met Duchess. After bombshell interview, claimed cast member compared her wedding to leader's release. Yeah, we have actual words from the man, the only South African on the Lion King's cast, to come forward and said, I don't remember that. And I think that will be another chance to do a nice example for, how do I say that? Let me sit down like this. Much better. Is that shirt that says, "Who is this Meghan Markle? Who the F is Meghan Markle? Who the F is this Meghan?" I don't know how to word it yet, but as soon as I had that wording nailed, I will release those shirts. Until then, one sip, because this will be a regular until on my podcasts and my lives. I'm sure. One sip. So, exclusive. Dr. John Kenny, many of you, if you're following the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, he was the father of T'Challa, the Black Panther, who voiced Rafiki, claims he was only South African and has not met Duchess. Meghan Markle spoke about royal life in bombshell interview to The Cut, part of New York Magazine, very small magazine, by the way, The Cut. It's like a sub-magazine. The article included an anecdote where a male South African cast member of The Lion King told the royal at London premiere, "We rejoiced in the streets the same we did when Mandela was freed from prison." Yeah, baffling. Now, for all those lies, for all those things that we find out that are not the truth, or at least they are Meghan's truth, I think the only thing that Meghan is somewhat actually happened is that anecdote from Procter & Gamble at 11 years old. It's that why this meme is perfect for that. Have I told you the time I was 11 and I made P&G change a dishwasher soap ad? Why, yes, like 1,000 times. I guess that Harry is like fed up of listening to that anecdote in meetings in Paris and everywhere. Everywhere. That will be embarrassing. That will be upsetting. Poor Harry. Yeah, Harry facepalm. I think this is a golden picture that will work for many things from now on. Not only on my on my lives, on my videos, but also for my memes. Yeah, and my reactions. We need a meme reactions with that. Dr. Kani told Mail Online, I have never met Meghan Markle. This seems like something of a faux pas by her. I am the only South African member of the cast, and I did not attend the premiere in London. He was not there. Madiba's grandson, Swedivilile Mandela has told Mail Online that he was surprised at her remarks. Well, I think surprise is a very soft word for what Mandela's grandson should be feeling about that. Like, what the hell are you talking about? How can you make such a comparison? Even if it was reportedly or allegedly another person saying it, it's baffling. It's insulting to Mandela's legacy. Yeah, it's basically the same for Meghan. An acclaimed actor and friend of Nelson Mandela, I wanted to point that out. The man we're talking about is was a friend of Nelson Mandela. He's baffled by the Duchess of Sussex's suggestion that his country was rejoiced when she married Prince Harry, and revealed he has never met her, despite claiming to be the only South African member of the cast. Well, this is... I have a couple more words for this, but first, he said Mr. Mandela's walk to freedom after 27 years was a landmark moment, while her marriage to Prince Harry was no big deal in South Africa, adding that the two events cannot be spoken in the same breath. And this is important. Let's think about this. You can't really say where you were when Meghan married Harry. And I was thinking about this, and it's like for those the explosive events or big events, something that is really shocking events. Shocking is the right word. I shouldn't have said explosive for what I'm about to say, but because I can remember, I think most people can remember exactly where they were when 9/11 happened, for example, just an example. And I can remember, I don't know why, I did not care about the royal family. I did not care about the royals. I wasn't aware. I was a very young man back then. But I can remember vividly exactly the moment that, and everything around the moment, when I found out that Diana was dead. It's like, I remember that I was playing a domino game, a domino tournament with some friends, and we found out thanks to the radio, just playing the radio, and it was late at night back in Venezuela, and we found out through the radio that Diana was dead. For some reason, I had nothing to do with the royal family or the royals, or didn't care about them at all. But for some reason, I never forgot that moment. It was shocking. It was a total tragedy. And yes, I guess most of you can remember where you were when Diana's tragedy happened. But it's like you can maybe forget. It's a non-event, Meghan and Harry's wedding. For Meghan herself, it was a non-event because for her it was way more important the real wedding 3 days earlier. You have to remember that was a real wedding. Everything else was for the public. Yeah, you can remember. Oh, many of you remember. I was in Cardiff. My mom and I were watching TV. It was shocking. Yes, it was. Even if you did not follow royals or celebrities, you knew who Diana was and her legacy. Yes, it was so shocking. But well, you know that the squatties that we were talking about can make this mental gymnastics to make it seem like, well, what Meghan said was actually the truth, but we are not digging really deep into this. But Cat with the Emerald Tiara brought this to my attention. Sweetie, you are a reporter, really? Should you not be already putting out a retraction since the man denied saying such a thing? She's talking about R.S. Locke, a royal suitor, who said Meghan chose not to name him, but South African Twitter knew. Now people want to call her a liar, so out come the receipts. Oh, be embarrassed that it was said. Question why she repeated it, but let's not pretend it didn't happen. And thank you for your super chat, Bunch House. She's on this PR blitz because she's deeply wounded by Tom Bauer's book. And Tom Bauer is ready to release Revenge on the US with new chapters. I have no relationship with Tom Bauer or his book. I'm just telling you because I want to. And for you, my American body language buddies, you're ready for a treat. I think it's September or October that is going to be releasing Revenge with brand new chapters on American soil. So we'll be there analyzing what else, what can we know about the Harkles, and it's going to be to the strip to the UK and Germany. We'll be there too. But regarding this, they're claiming that the composer of the Lion King's live version, Disney's live version of the Lion King, the composer was or is South African. So his demand they were talking about, his demand that Meghan was talking about. But thanks to the Mail Online, what would I do without you guys? South African Lion King composer says he does not remember discussing Nelson Mandela with Meghan Markle at Lion King premiere after his compatriot actor was baffled by bombshell interviews comparison. What? Yes, I am uploading my stuff to Rumble too. I'm uploading to Rumble. I'm live on Rumble too now, and all my YouTube videos, both of the Royal Rogue and the Battle Language Guy, are being uploaded to Rumble. I'm also on Facebook if you want to find me there. That's okay. And yes, exclusive again. Levo M spoke to the Sussexes for less than a minute at the West End launch of the film. He said he didn't remember mentioning Mandela, and footage of event appears to back up his account. I have one clip that we're gonna watch right away. But first, I want to acknowledge that we are more like almost 3,000 body language bodies watching now, and that's what makes me go with happiness, with joy. How thankful I am for you being here and hitting the like button, so many more of you can be aware that we are live, so they can come and we can enjoy a great time here, just sharing these thoughts and trying to make some sense of why the Duchess of Montecito keeps doing this when she knows that she's gonna be outed like this. All right, did you see the New York Post article? Which New York Post article do you mean? I would like to know. Thanks to your super chat, your super stickers, and there's also a PayPal link in the description of this video if you want to donate for my channel. If you want to become a member, there's also the join button on YouTube. And remember that there's my Let's Get Down to It merch for 1 week in the link in the description. Mugs, shirts, hoodies, tank tops, stickers, all that you get at my shop right here. It's gonna be all around the internet, but the official shop is my link in the description right below this in the description. Mr. Morake, film of the meeting shows Mr. Morake being introduced to the royals as he stands next to American singer Pharrell Williams. Mr. Morake is heard saying, "It's an honor to meet you. Everyone in South Africa's heard of Meghan Markle." Well, who doesn't? As Harry tells of their forthcoming trip to Southern Africa, Mr. Morake says, "Oh, fantastic, better be seeing you then." Before the couple moved on to Pharrell. I remember that Pharrell made a curtsy and everything. Mr. Morake, 58, who was born in Soweto and it's a Grammy winner, told Mail Online he doubted whether the issue over Meghan's controversial interview were of much significance to his country. He added, "As a South African, I'm not sure if this is important to most of us facing serious domestic issues. I'd like to not be dragged into this issue from 3 years ago either way." Well, I respect Mr. Morake's stance because, yes, not only South Africa, and also in everywhere in the world, it's going through some things, especially, I don't know if you have heard about the news about Pakistan, but that's terrible. But Yeah, this could sound this all this is petty. All this is just gossip. We shouldn't be putting South Africa through this. And but regarding his words, I'm not sure if this is important to most of us. Well, I think this is important. I think this is important because of his point that there's so many important issues in South Africa that is insulting for this Duchess of Montecito to be using South Africa, to be using the memory of Nelson Mandela, to be using this artist's reputation for her own gain. So that is important. That is slapping South Africans in the face because she's using that for her own gain, and that is written. Now they're gonna say that she didn't say that. She did. She said they're gonna retract. You can say that maybe they're gonna retract. They're gonna retract that in a couple days. I'm not a divine. How do you say that? I can't predict the future, but I would not be surprised if they backtrack as they backtrack with the Prince Charles thing, that Harry did not say that he was not separated from Charles. No, they're together. They're still together. Give me a break. They're still trying to fix those things. Fix whatever they say. So I think this is important. Meghan is trying to use countries and a world leaders' clout and reputation and comparison just for giggles, for kicks. That's all that she's doing it for. And this is the video. I have no audio. I prefer to keep talking throughout this. These are the success, the Harkles, about to be meeting Mr. Morake. This with Seth Rogen. I'm going to fast forward a bit. Here is Mr. Morake, right here. They're about to talk to him, and you're going to realize that even if he says something about Mandela, which he didn't, because he doesn't recall any of that, and he wants to be polite, he just says, I don't recall saying any of it. You will say that his body language was like nothing special at all. I'm gonna see his body language in a couple seconds. Let me fast forward. Yeah, this is the moment that they begin to talk to him. There's some deference, very nice, through Harry to Meghan. He's very diplomatic, very well-mannered. He raises his eyebrows in a goodwill show. Farrell is quite not bothered. Even if he was very cool after that when he was greeting them, he curtsies as a joke and all. But Mr. Morake, I know he looks like totally natural, not... It's like he was not disrespectful, or he was not like dissing them off, like not caring about them, but he was not that excited either way. He was just having that small talk. This angle tells you all about his body language at this moment. So unimpressed. That is a great, especially because you know that Harry and Meghan's body language reflected that they were just interested in talking to Bob Iger. Bob Iger, who was the one in charge, that who went talking, hey, you know that my wife does voice acting. I made a joke in one of video analysis that about balls waxing. I don't know if you remember that joke, but yeah, you know that my wife does voice acting, and Bob Iger was like, what? You came here, you're gonna talk to me like 30 seconds and just pitching your wife's voice acting abilities? You know that there are channels for that? So not classy at all. Very it's how do you say not classy? I forgot the word for that. What is my favorite brand of whiskey? I'm gonna keep doing my ad for Nika, the Japanese whiskey. Japanese whiskey is my favorite. Yes, she was like a diva, but a diva would never go herself. A diva would never go herself to sell her voice acting. No, that is not a diva. That is sleazy, trashy, crass. Crass is the word. How classless. Yeah, and the CEO, yeah, Bob Iger, was marked after that. So sad. Well, I don't know. I don't know Bob Iger's reputation. I don't know him as a person. I don't know if it was nice to be fired from Disney, but I know that it won't be something nice for anyone to be fired from such a position. But I get this question a lot, both on Twitter, on Instagram, that you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. You see the ticker down below. You see my Twitter, my Instagram, and my free 100 body language tips book right in the description of this video. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I get this question all the time. Why you hate the Harkles so much? Leave them alone. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I can tell you, I would love to see a good redeeming of them, for them to redeem themselves, like come to their senses. And on the contrary, I wish them long life, joy, and much success with their endeavors. I want it because so I can keep making episodes about them. If they are not successful, I would not have content about them to talk about. That's it. And if their content is good, when they have done good things, I've said that, and you know it. Everybody knows that. And so that's the answer to the question, if you were wondering. And this is something that I wanted to share with you. This was an amazing thread on Twitter too. And it's a circle of life. Yes, it's a circle of life. This is another question, important question. Hello, Renee. Renee is a great supporter of my channel. Thanks for coming back. Glad to see you here, Renee. And I think it's body language buddies, but I say baddies. That began as a joke. So some people are surprised when I say baddies with an A, and they think it was a buddies with a U. But my Latino, Ricky Ricardo pronunciation is like applies to both versions, whatever you want. Some say that I'm saying bodies with a O, like a body. But whatever you fancy, bodies, baddies, whatever you like, it's up to you as long as you enjoy my content. You're my body language buddy. Glad to see you here, Renee. So I saw this. I think I thought I was good at satire until I read this. You know that if you were in my lives reading through the cut interview, that it was so sugary, so saccharine. It was vomiting. And this man, Alex Dale, made a thread making a satire, mocking that, and it's just perfect. And I'm gonna read that with my Latino accent for your enjoyment. When I first encounter Meghan, she's sitting in the lotus position, dressed casually in floating cotton. It's actually from Nordstrom Rack, she laughs. My security detail can always spot a bargain. She flashes that warm smile, and for an instant I see what it must be like to be hairy, loved, embraced, cocoon in wellness. Would you like to see the view? She springs to her feet and hugs me. I would use F-16 for landscape shots, she whispers, deliciously secretively. Oh my god, just a couple adverbs. The view is spectacular in a down-home way, the kind of private view of the Pacific Ocean any all-regular LA girl princess would choose. H chose the window frames after I told him which ones I liked. They are a way of reframing the way you look at things. That is brilliant. H chose the window frames after I told him which ones I liked. She looks at me. I remind you that this is satire. This is a joke from this guy. This is fantastic. She looks at me, her effortless blowout fluttering in the California breeze. I needed to move on from the bullying, let go, see things in a different way. She says, hinting at the small period of time she was married into a family with different priorities to hers. This is perfect. She takes me through to a shady courtyard. The energy was so bad in this space until we rechannel it, she sighs. She points to the small, scrotum-sized jar on a pedestal in the center of the space. H's input. He wanted to lose any masculinity that was toxic, neuter it. This is great. This was great. It was amazing. I suggest. It doesn't end here, of course. It's been a watershed year for the ex-royals, with the pain of Brexit slowly receding. On the allegations of racism in the royal family, Meghan tactfully stays silent. I'd like to go into the second garden and think about different racism, she eventually offers, tangentially. This was great, and you can imagine Meghan. Oh, I forgot to put Meghan's picture in here, but yes, this was great. You can follow Alex on Twitter. I'm already following him. Type of photo on Twitter. Go ahead and give him a follow. That is great. It has a nice timeline, and just that thread just deserves that. Yes. And this is why I was trending on the US earlier ago. I don't know if I'm still trending, but this is thanks to you, and I have to thank you for all this. And I'm going to thank all of you, each and every single of you right now. Who needs their own podcast? That was tweeted by Spotify podcasts on Twitter, and you began answering them. You began referring them to me, or me to them. Sorry. And there was baffling. I got more than 30% of the replies. They had like 600 replies or something like that, 500. Like 30% of those replies were dedicated to me. So I'm thankful and humble for such a spontaneous barrage of love. It's incredible. And I wanted to change. I'm going to switch here. To my Twitter account, because I want to highlight, I want to tell all of you, be thankful. And that was Bell Hipothic, the one that started the cascade. The body language guy, Kinesics. Thank you. And from that on, I was Seth, was Water Samurai. I'm gonna mention all of you. You deserve that. You can, all of you, you can in the comments can keep chatting. I will mention you, and any of you that have commented that I don't mention, I'm sorry, but I want to thank you because that's I want to do now. This is the time that I want to invest in such outpouring of spontaneous love, not bought. This is not bots, not bought with money, not bought with anything, not PR, nothing. This was spontaneous. I didn't use any agency. I don't pay for anyone for this. So this is what makes it special. And I want the payment, my payback, so to speak, is to name you son of a sailor, I guess. J.E. that has been since the beginning, and thanks for being my trusty moderator here too. Lizzie, aka Princess Elizabeth, Fraser Westbank, Josephine Public, Megan Gilbert, Victoria Lawrence, Annie Franny, Ambivers Rule. I'm gonna continue here. Deborah Flanagan, Unwind Rejoice, Blade Stripes. I cannot read your tweets, that will be too long, but I want to name you. Jessica Etheridge, Kath. If I have some trouble with some of your names or surnames or Twitter handles, I'm sorry. Jess Wood, Donna Lee, Roger Christie, Eve Lee, Sally Ann Howe. Thanks, Sally Ann. You're so special. Aqua Afri. Glad you. Well, it was amazing to have your support in here too. M Mouse, Sue, Dina, Balance, Cambridge Royal. Thank you. Luis O, Sam Kira, Candy Cannabis, Mars Stardust 9, Simona, Sisu the Xenomorph, Hope Stanton, Katrina, Jenster, Wen, Myretta always there. Thank you, Myretta. Michelle M, HRH, Princess Lauby, Noda, thanks for that. Marianne, Diane Saunders, Lee Tadnell, Kiwi House USA 1, Colwell B, Subteacher, Jenny Hedel, Bujo, and for all your words of encouragement, for all your kind words. Thank you for all of that. I'm sorry that I'm not gonna read all the tweets. I'm not gonna read the content of the tweets, but thanks for that. Some of you are claiming that you're canceled or left Spotify. I just want, maybe I will create a podcast. I don't know if Spotify is gonna care. I don't care either. I don't care about Spotify. I'm gonna keep doing my job here on YouTube, and if they want to host my podcast, that is their problem. If they don't want to host it, that is their problem too, because I will be doing this on as many platforms I can. I have nothing to owe to anybody in this regard, but I owe it to you. This trending, this love, I owe to you, and that's why I want to do this. Dita, Fox, Reggie V, Rolene Marks, Florence Omatseye, thanks Florence, so kind words, so many kind words. It was not the only tweet. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce this correctly. Sonia Matasova, Jane Austen, Kat Haldo, Dana, G, Elsie, Linda, H, Pip Bandit, Jenny, Subteacher, Lizzie the Old Biddy, Johanna Peña Godinez, Maria Garcia, Rocio, and Bambola, Bowie Shots, Dan, Joanne Richardson, Demurley, Aspic64, The Wool Painters, Sophie Augusta, Caroline K, Iris 30, Vince 78, Carrie, Smallweed. Oh, thanks for this. And Nikki Hall, Cassie Moore, Kim Moon, Princess Sunshine, Angela, Royal Vixen, AAPP, Anastasia 25 Air, Royally Blonde. Thanks, Royally Blonde. We are in this together. Thanks for all support, and I know that I have made some amazing videos thanks to your inputs. Thanks for being here and supporting my channel. Minnie Moo and Royal, Brit London, Aubrey, Jan the Fujoshi, Footsteps Meghan Markle. Well, that's very descriptive. Fabiola, Millie, Alejandra, Karma777. One thing, this is just a search of who has replied to Spotify with my handle, my Twitter handle. Some of you may have said the body language guy. This is another search that I would have to make. I don't know if all the tweets are positive. I haven't read them all, but I'm gonna just mention you. Joaquin Romero Flores, Dev, Dottie C, it's okay to be white. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Coco Cole, Little Sunshine, Sabri 400, Jay, Kelly, pero no la diosa, Elisa, Happy Lappy, Rina Son, Cryptids in Knitcaps, Cable, Raquel Duran, Claudia, Lady M, Selena Moffat, Cici Barrera, Dennis Co, Cecilia Salinas. Meanwhile in Canada, KF13, Nick Nag, Tupenny Bunch, Just Me, Ray, Ralph Moodley, Barbie Barbarian, nice handle by the way, Barbie Barbarian, Coco, Coco Kosoka, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I promise to learn more Greek. Astrid S, Bella Martin. Oh my God, there was a jump in here. There was a jump thanks to Twitter. Rose Vision, Louis, Nina Rios, Manon Wynne Roberts, D. Portna, a Hungarian girl in London. Thank you. Siren's Heart, Dexy Jane, Bunch House. Yes, and they are also mentioning H.G. Tudor. It will be nice for him to have a podcast too. I'm going to reload this search of latest. I should have more of them. Yes, I don't know if I mentioned everyone in here. I think that's it. Yeah, it was all of you. I don't know if I mentioned every single one of you. Will be glad to. Let me see if I can write here the body language guy. Make a custom search and go to the bottom. Some of you have already mentioned, but I want to do this. It's incredible. I can't believe I was trending on Twitter. I'm sure it's not gonna be the last time Some of you have already mentioned here. Mona, I think I didn't mention you. Sue, Janine Soper, Michelle. Some of you haven't mentioned. Gonna make a quick search in here. Kiwi House USA, I mentioned you. Book of Fox, Reggie. This is great. H. Some of you, if you don't have my handle, yeah, Natalie Donlevy, or Donlevy, is that correct? The pronunciation? Mary Jean to see. Yeah, I should put a handle at not. Maybe if I put a here, this is advanced search. Put here less kinesics. Oh yeah, this will be much better. Yeah, this all of you that, yeah. Mary Jean .c, Naomi, Duchess Saltito, Brenda James. I think this is all. Maybe Jesus Enrique Rosas. I want to be thought of. Yeah, GD, AJ Harris, The Ugly Truth. Yeah, all of you, I'm so happy for all of you taking your time to pitch that I go somehow have a podcast on Spotify. I think that I have to host my podcast somewhere else, and then I apply to Spotify, and they decided they carry it. I think that's quite of a process. I think that if they have this kind of push of people trying to make it work, make it trending, I'm sure that it will be much easier. You know, these platforms want to really know who is people listening to, and with such an amazing audience, I think it doesn't matter. I'm in YouTube, Facebook, on Rumble too, on Twitter, on Instagram. Which other on this? There's another platform. Is there any other platform that you want to suggest? I can do it. Why not? So, trending in the USA. So grateful for you, my Battle Language Buddies and my Royal Rogues, and so this is gonna be a blast. I know this trending. This you might think that this is just it's a big deal. It's a big deal for me. I have never been trending on Twitter. It's my first time. I've been on Twitter since 2009 until 2013. I make a hiatus of 6 years, came back in 2019, and have never been trending on Twitter, much less maybe in Twitter Venezuela at some point, but never on Twitter USA, and that is huge, and that's only thanks to you, my beloved body language buddies. Remember, maybe Meghan should interview me. Why not? Or I should interview Meghan. I said that I should disguise with a fake mustache and interview the Harkles, but maybe that's for another day. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And remember that I've got my merch of Let's Get Down to It available from today, tonight. In the link in the description of this video, you can grab your shirt, your hoodie, your tank top, your V-neck shirt, your sticker, or your mug. Right in that link. And right now, it's going to be available for just 1 week. Just 1 week available. So get yours now, and maybe we can do something in the future with this. But get your now, my beloved body language buddies. Remember the 2 most important words of all: much love and bliss. Someday I will tell you why those words are so important to me, and it's just a suggestion that that's what we should strive for in our lives, or with our lives. Remember, take care, because I love every single one of you. Have a great night or great day, wherever you are. Thank you.